Welcome back to another episode of Sports Your Mind with your host John Flowers and PD Taco, and I'm your on-camera moderator, Just Chris. And guys, let's begin with the only way we could begin today. Let's give a shout out to the Denver Nuggets for winning the NBA championship.
Yep, they did their shit.
They hit the Miami Heat with a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, 4-1.
4-1.
We all called it too, right? We all said that the Nuggets were going to win, but we wanted
the Heat. No. I had Heat in 6.
Chris had Heat in 6.
I had Heat in 6.
Really? Okay.
And I was wrong.
Yeah. I guess,
we had the Nuggets, but we had them in 6, right?
We
I had them in 6.
I had them in 6 too.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
I think
Go ahead.
I think the Nuggets, they're just a way better team than Miami.
Yes.
Just way better. Just from, besides Jimmy Butler, everybody else is on the Nuggets better than, the Heat. As far as position wise.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Murray to Benson, Aaron Gordon to who was on the Heat, Kevin Love, and then Jokic to Bam.
Yeah, I think I think that was a big mismatch. I think Jokic is just too much in the paint for him to handle, for Bam to handle.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I already knew the Nuggets were going to win.
I did too.
My bad.
They're just a deeper team too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Deeper team, home court advantage. So I saw him winning that series.
That's good. I mean, I wanted Heat to win, but
I was rooting for Jimmy Butler though.
I wanted Butler.
But the Denver Nuggets are the Denver Nuggets. They were the best team this year.
Yeah.
The whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The whole year, from the first game to the last game,
they were the best team.
They were the best team.
Right.
You see how nonchalant Jokic is about winning the whole
he don't give a
He don't give a fuck. He's like, I just want to go home.
He's like, I just want to go home and be in time for my horse race, man.
But that's a long ass season. That's why.
Yeah.
You go from pretty much September. Training camp. It's like a full year.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys saw in the press conference when they were like
The parade.
and they were like,
When's the
and he was like,
parade?
when's the parade? He was like, Thursday? Oh no. He's like, I gotta go home.
He's like, no, I gotta go home.
He's like, I cannot. He's like, I gotta go. I can't make this.
You know what I think it is? I think he just loves basketball, but he don't care about the extras.
He really don't.
He don't care about the extras. Like he'll celebrate with his teammates and family, but he don't want to celebrate in front of the press. He don't want to celebrate in front of people who weren't there grinding with him, who didn't have his back the whole season.
Right.
Because I think he was even saying too, he was just like, yo, basketball, it's like, there's more to life than just basketball for him. He's like, basketball's cool, but it's my job. That's what I do.
He's just good at basketball.
He's all like, not everybody loves their job. He's like, I'm assuming not everybody loves their job. So it's like, to me, like, there's more than just basketball. Like, that's why he's like, I want to go home already so I can go to my horses, do the horse race.
Yeah, he wants to live life.
Exactly.
Dude's
See,
don't
that's
go stuff.
Advantage of being tall, right?
He's
the higher potential of winning an NBA championship.
He's
when you're 7-1.
He's just a lucky person I can say he plays basketball for a living, So that's something that's always good, I guess you could say. Like, I'm trying a lack of a better word for it. Like, it's not every day you can say that you're an NBA player. So
I mean, only 400 people could say that.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's hard as hell to make the NBA. So
yeah.
Well, after he won that championship, they were like, is he a top 5 center of all time? But he's not. He's not.
I actually answered that. It was on Twitter. They're like, with this championship, is Nikola Jokic a top 5 center of all time? And I said, my response was no. And it's not because he's not skilled enough, and not because he doesn't have the accolades. It's because he doesn't have the cultural impact. If you look at the top 5 players, or the people, like the most ranked highest centers, you know who the talks are.
Like Kareem,
Shaq, Wilt, Russell, and
I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, but
Elijah
Elijah. It's like, not only did they have the accolades and the skill, but they had an impact.
Yeah.
On the league, right?
All right.
They had it like you felt the impact. Like when Shaq, like I can speak for Shaq. Like, I felt the impact when he was there, right?
Oh yeah, for
sure. Like the impact
yeah.
on basketball, even outside of basketball. Like Jokic doesn't have that, and it sucks, right? Because it shouldn't be about that, but
I think
it is a little bit about that.
I think if he gets 2-3 championships, I think he passed a larger one.
Maybe, but then it's like the talk says like that's why only hoopers know that Tim Duncan is the guy,
Yeah,
right? Because he doesn't have that cultural impact.
he doesn't. Because Tim
Right?
Duncan
but,
is like,
but like, don't get me wrong, hoopers are gonna give Jokic all the credit. Hoopers,
Yeah.
but the average fan, the average person, they're not.
yeah, I gave Jokic, man, that dude is skilled.
He's skilled and he's dominant.
Yeah, he's dominant. It doesn't look like it, but he's out there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker can ball.
Yeah.
He can ball. He a
they-
baller, bro. He a hooper.
Did they announce who the MVP was?
It was Jokic.
Jokic.
Okay.
Yeah. Bro, 'cause he gets it's like a triple double. So it's
Because
like,
I remember because we had this conversation about like who was gonna get the MVP.
I was saying if Murray outplayed Jokic, like if his game was more impactful than Jokic's game, I think he should have been awarded the MVP. I don't think that was the case this series,
yeah,
but
Jokic.
but that was the case in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. Jokic.
Murray's game was more impactful to winning than Jokic. I'm not saying Jokic is what it needed, but Murray was way more clutch.
But they're gonna give it to Jokic.
I know, but we're not gonna.
No matter what, bro, they're gonna give it to
We're
Jokic.
not gonna talk about this again.
As far as his, his legacy, like they're gonna give it to him, and he's an international player too.
All right. So one more question or a couple more questions before we wrap up this part. How long do you think the Denvers are going to be in contention now? Like, how long do you think they got left in them?
Man,
Just to be in the talks. You know, of course, it's hard to win it back to
Right.
back every year,
It
but how
really
long do you
is.
think they're going to be, contenders?
I'm gonna say for
Remember,
the next 4 or 5 years.
That's what I was
Because
gonna
Jokic
say
is
too.
only 28, and he's the oldest person on that as far as the core.
Yeah, I say 4 to 5 years.
I'd say same. About
After
4
4,
to 5 years.
usually they become a dynasty usually about 6, 7, 8 years. So I say 4 or 5 more years.
Do you think they can get another one though within that time?
Damn, bro, that's gonna be tough.
Because the thing is,
My opinion, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think this is their year. This is their year. They did everything right. Everything worked out perfect for them, and they got one.
so here's the thing. So I was talking to, I wasn't talking to, I was listening to Gilbert Arenas a while ago, and he was like, they were talking about Milwaukee and how they got bounced,
Right.
and it was like, but they just won a championship last year. But it was like, yes, they did, but even when you win a championship, you still have to make your team better.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Because everybody else is making their team better to beat you.
Right.
So everyone's getting better, but if you don't make your team better, then you aren't as good as you were.
Right.
And and he was saying that was the problem with Milwaukee. They kept everybody. They didn't get better players.
Right. Yeah,
So
they kept their same.
So we have to see
same,
what Denver does in the offseason, right? Because now they have to get better,
All right.
Yeah.
even though they're already really good. But they have to find a way to get better.
And they're gonna lose some pieces too. Some bench pieces.
Yep.
So it's gonna be tough.
And
Because after you win a championship, everyone wants it. They
That's
want.
usually what happens because then those people get paid.
They
big
wanna get
bucks
paid.
to go move. To,
Yeah.
to
It's all about the money too, though.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think this is maybe their only championship.
You think this would be the only
Yeah.
one?
The only one. I'm not gonna put this against them, but they were saying this is the only championship where they didn't beat. I guess like a one,
What a 1 seed, but
1, 2, or 3 seed.
but that just lets you know how good
Yeah,
these teams.
that's
are.
what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put it against them because
And
a better team won
And
in
then,
every
and then
series.
first of all, the Lakers had a pretty good second half of the season
All right.
because
Yeah.
after the trade. So imagine if they were that team the whole season. They're not a 7 seed.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying.
They're not a 7 seed.
Yeah, I'm not putting that
Heat-
against Denver though.
the
I'm
Heat-
not putting that against Denver. They deserved it.
But the Heat being an 8 seed, but everybody knows that Jimmy Butler, like the Heat get better in the playoffs.
All right.
So it's like, no, it's like I'm not faulting them for not having to knock down a number 1 seed or anything. It's like no,
Same here. I'm not either.
The number 1 seeds were trash.
Yeah.
Well, or they weren't better than the 8 seed.
All right.
So it's like, no. And I hate that because they try to take away from the fact that they won. Like, no.
Yeah, they won.
No, they won.
Yeah, they won.
They won.
Yeah.
Like, hell no, they won.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not putting.
Don't
that
take away
against
from
them.
Denver.
Yeah.
Take away from all those 1 seeds.
Yep.
What the fuck were they doing? The 1, 2 seeds and shit. What the fuck were they doing?
Yeah.
Just not winning.
Exactly. What the fuck were they doing? Don't take it away from Denver. Denver beat who they had to beat.
Exactly.
They were number 1 seed for a reason.
All right.
They put themselves in the best position to win.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
would agree.
congrats to Denver though.
Shout out to Denver.
Yep.
Let's get to the Lakers. We gotta talk about the Lakers.
All right, let's talk about the
All right.
Lakers.
What were we talking about?
Who is a must stay?
I said Reeves for sure.
Yeah.
D'Lo can go.
Reeves. Nah, we could. Yeah, you can.
Who is the core that has to stay?
Well, it's not who has to say, but who's gonna say.
No. We're speaking hypothetically.
Of course, you're gonna keep LeBron and AD.
LeBron, AD, Reeves. Those
Reeves,
are the only three that have to stay.
Yeah.
Everyone else could get the fuck out of here if we could get better.
Oh yeah, of course.
I would agree.
D'Lo can go. Brown, Beasley. I want to keep Hachimura.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to keep.
I want to keep Hachimura. Everybody else
Other
can.
than that,
LeBron, AD, Reeves, and if we could keep Hachimura somehow, everybody else can go.
So we ain't trading AD.
No, we're not.
We ain't trading AD.
no,
Not trading AD.
not trading AD.
Y'all wouldn't trade AD.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
It's crazy because
Even with all his inconsistencies, with all the injuries he's dealt with everything, that nothing inside you says, "Oh yeah, we could trade him and get something and get some pieces for him."
It's
I
crazy
guess
because
it depends on what the trade package looks like, right?
and we're not gonna get anybody for him. And it's crazy because we made the Western Conference Finals and it was like trade AD, like, bro, we made the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And we won a championship in 2020. It's like we're not gonna win it every single year.
I don't look back at the, but in 2020, bitch, that was 3 years ago.
But
That was 3 years ago. I
But-
don't give a fuck about 2020. We won. I'm glad we won, but I don't give a fuck about 2020 in 2023 anymore.
But,
as
okay,
far as
yeah.
why we should keep a player.
But even then, we made the Western Conference Finals. We lost to the best team.
Yes.
We lost to the best team, and AD was part of us making it there.
AD was trash in the Western Conference Finals. He was fucking garbage in the.
He was.
LeBron was garbage in the finals. AD was garbage in the finals. I don't give a fuck. In the biggest moment, our two best players, our two superstars, two top 10 players couldn't fucking show up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They
think at
couldn't
one-
show up.
at one point we
in
had-
the biggest moments of their fucking careers at the time of the year, the biggest moment of the year, they couldn't show up.
I guess didn't at one time during the I think the Nuggets game, we had Reeves and Hachimura as our top leading scorers.
They were the only consistent
so.
players in the
And it's
in the
I
Western
think
Conference Finals.
Hachimura was
Yeah.
I
They
think
were
one
the
of
only
them.
consistent players in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade AD though.
I want
to trade. I want to trade. Who we gonna trade him for?
That's what I'm saying. It
hold on,
depends
hold on.
on who.
Yeah, well, of course,
what the
I don't know, right? Because I haven't done a deep dive on who's available and all that. But I'm saying,
Right.
assuming that we could get a good package, you wouldn't trade AD.
Like I said, I don't know.
If we could
I
get,
would.
assuming we could,
If we
assuming
can
the
get
trade is
a
good,
fair an equal trade value, yeah.
assuming
I
the
would.
trade is good, yeah, like equal
would.
trade value.
Yeah, I would.
Would you swap them
I
if
would.
you get equal trade value? I don't know what it looks like.
But see, that's a
Just
tough
in your head.
That's a tough question, though.
No,
It
but
is a tough
I'm
question.
saying
That's a tough question.
assuming.
I would.
But we're assuming
Yeah.
the trade makes sense.
Yeah.
Would you make the trade?
See,
Assuming the trade makes sense. Just whatever makes sense in your head that is worth AD. If that could happen, would you trade AD? Whatever that is in your head, because we're not going to agree on what the equal
I don't
trade
even know
value
what
is.
that perfect. I mean, not perfect, but that
You don't even have to know. Just whatever. Just if it made sense.
I don't see any trade that would make sense.
So no, he'll take 42 games.
Yeah.
He'll take 42
I don't-
games
I
in a
don't-
no-show in a Western Conference Final.
I don't see any trade that would make sense though. Like honestly,
But I'm not. See that's why I don't want you to deep dive and think about it. Just
Yeah.
assuming that there was a trade out there that was like.
but that's hard.
this
That's
ain't
hard.
fair.
That's hard to give an answer to if we don't know what the trade is.
But we're assuming that the trade is fair. We're not.
Assuming you got to put a player out there. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
I know what you mean,
It's like,
but
it's like saying, would you trade this player? But it's like for who? Who am I trading him for? And,
No.
and I'm trying to put players that we can trade. That
no, I know what you mean.
and it's like
but
no, I wouldn't trade him for.
John, assuming the trade
It's like-
the
it's
trade
like-
makes sense,
I
you
know.
would trade AD.
I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't trade him. He's
He's what? He's what? He's
29?
what? He's what? He's what? He
Age does to me. It's not about the age. It's just about he's injury prone, and then it's just clearly in the playoffs he
no
wasn't
show.
there, and even in some of the other
In the
playoff
Western
games he
Conference
wasn't no
Finals.
show.
In the Western Conference Finals, he went there because he was there against the series against
Memphis and Warriors.
and Memphis and Warriors. But Western
was.
Conference Finals, he wasn't there.
But at the same time, like we made it to Western Conference Finals. We lost to the best team.
No, facts.
And now it's with
Facts,
AD.
Yeah.
Facts. No, that is
You
very
know what
true.
I mean?
That is, yeah.
So I'm trying to replace him with
We
another.
lost, yes, but the thing is,
I'm trying to replace
But the
him with
thing is-
another player,
but
and I don't see any player that can replace him that would help us out.
all right, look, we could talk about trades. What would be a good fit for Dame?
A good.
What team? Because the Blazers are respectfully going to trade him because the
It's
Blazers
confirmed.
not confirmed, but the Blazers don't want to give up their third pick, so they want to rebuild.
I would.
They wanna
I
rebuild.
would trade
If
him
he
to
wanted
at this
to-
point.
I mean, I either say New York or Miami.
But the thing is, I would want to trade Dame to where even the trade, because they're gonna, whatever team he goes to, they're going to give up a lot to get him. So I would still want the team to be a contender, because I don't want him to go to another team where he's not going to win.
Well, I thought
Or has a
I'm pretty
chance to
sure.
win.
I'm pretty sure the Blazers will give him like the options. Hopefully,
I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully.
I think he already said where he would want to go.
He's in Miami, right?
yeah.
He said Miami. He said not New York.
I think he'll fit with New York.
But the thing, but would that be a championship contender, or would that just be maybe a little bit better than the Blazers? I don't want him to go where he's not going
Right.
to contend, because if you're not going to contend, just stay home. If you're going to go somewhere and not be a contender, just stay home, bro.
He'll be able to contend with New York.
They made it to the second round.
Second round. They took. I mean, they lost Miami 4-2, but I mean, I think you add him to the lineup. That's a solid squad.
Would you give up Tyler Hero and someone else?
Oh yeah, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. Pitts.
Yeah, I would.
I like him on the Heat. Now that I think about it, because they play at his pace.
Yeah, they played.
They play at a little slower pace.
Yeah.
They play team basketball, half court. Best place I see him is Miami.
Because I'm thinking about any other team that he can go to. Miami's probably the best team,
Miami. And I think about the way he played, that best fits him.
unless he's talking about goes to the Clippers. But it's like
Oh, hell no.
that would be just too much. Or Phoenix, but it's like then that's low key a super team.
I don't like him on Phoenix.
But
I wonder who would they
they'll
have
get
to give up,
Chris
though.
Paul, DeAndre Ayton picks.
Sign and trade.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. No. Chris Paul has another year.
He's not yet, but
No. They waived him.
They
No, they haven't waived him yet. They haven't waived him yet.
I thought they said that they were going to though.
They were going
Give
to,
up-
but they're gonna work something out.
Ayton.
It'll be Ayton because Ayton
Chris
gets
Paul.
Ayton, Chris Paul, and then picks. I think the
That's
money
not a.
because Ayton
bad
gets like
trade either.
30, Chris Paul gets like 30.
What's their bench guy?
Terrence Ross.
Maybe Terrence Ross.
Yeah, but
That's
it'll,
not a bad
it'll
trade
really
either.
just be a big three like Miami Heat with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
But I don't think I don't think he would do that,
He
or
wouldn't-
he wouldn't want to. Like he
wouldn't
wouldn't
want
be
to.
like. I don't think he would be like. I want to go to the Heat.
Yeah.
I mean the Suns.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to go to the Suns.
I don't think he would be like. I want to go to the Suns.
But
The Heat to me is the best fit.
yeah, if he still wants to compete, well, not compete at the same kind of level, then Miami.
Yeah.
Because Miami clearly they're a championship level team, but
They're missing that piece.
they're missing like
yeah, they're missing that piece.
they're missing like a legit superstar.
Yeah, because Jimmy Butler's a superstar, but he's not.
But he's not like a.
He's not a superstar.
But he's
superstar.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not the typical superstar.
yeah, and that's all they really got is Jimmy Butler. Because Bam is okay.
He's solid, but he don't impress me like that.
Yeah.
He don't make me like, oh, he.
Yeah, he's just a solid center,
Yeah.
and everybody else is like pretty much like role players. So if he goes to Heat, they get with Duncan Robinson, whatever, and
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. Then I think that would be a good fit for him.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think of any other team, but you guys already said
There's no other
ones,
team.
but Yeah.
I don't really
I
can't
can go
think
to
of
teams
any.
right now. There's no other team that
I can't really think of no other team that makes sense. Maybe Milwaukee.
Nah,
Maybe Milwaukee.
I don't think he would.
I'm saying maybe Milwaukee.
You know what? Because Milwaukee already won a championship 2 years ago. So I don't know if he would want that.
Yeah, but
I don't know if he would want that.
they're not leaps and bounds better than other teams though.
Or maybe Philly with Embiid, because James Harden's leaving.
No, he wants to go back to Houston.
Yeah.
You know what? Because he's going to be at the strip clubs. He want to hoop and then go to the strip club, but he don't want to have to worry about winning,
Yeah,
right? Because winning's too much for Jay. I don't want to say he don't want to win, but I feel like he's at the point is like if I'm not going to championship, bro, I just want to be able to go spend my money on
Right.
bitches and just hoop and not have all that pressure of having to win on my back.
So I would say Philly wouldn't be a bad pick. Philly with Embiid.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
It's not, but I still like Miami.
I like Miami too,
I
but
still like Miami.
But if it's one of those two teams, that's not bad because Philly can give a Maxey, Harris, Tobias Harris, and picks. It wouldn't be the same, but it was like at least you get something back.
Yeah.
At least you get a young point guard back in Maxey.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he would fit with Embiid.
Yeah, he would. He definitely would.
He would fit with Embiid.
And then Lillard always needed that center that's reliable.
Yeah.
He never had a reliable center that's there.
All right.
At least most of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. But yeah, I mean, Philly makes sense, but now my mind's set on the Heat.
Yeah, I would
Let's
pick
get into
either
the
Heat or Philly, or Heat or Sixers.
It's the end of an era, though. It went when he leaves the Blazers.
Yeah, he don't have to leave if he really wants to win. He just has to.
You know, because the Blazers are like my redheaded stepchild team.
Yeah, they're not winning with that team they have now.
Nah.
What's y'all like stepchild team that you guys like root for in the back of your mind? Like, of course, you're not rooting for them when they play the Lakers, but like you always want them to do good. Like what's y'all like? What's that team for y'all?
I don't know.
I don't have no second team.
I'm
not a second team, but a second team I would.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but nah. I mean, I got players.
Who are your players?
That I want to do good. Like I want Kyrie to do good.
I don't even give a fuck about Kyrie doing good
I
anymore.
want Kyrie to do good.
I don't give a fuck about Kyrie doing good
I want Giannis to do good. I want Giannis to do good.
But those are like, do you have any? All right, what about like secondary players? Because we all know that everyone like the superstars to do good. But what about like secondary players, like role players?
Like I always root for Hachimura because he's Asian.
He is.
He is Asian.
He is, but-
I root for all Asians in sports. I was like, I want this guy to do good. Like I'm not an Asian fan. I want Otani to do good. You know,
Like nationally, he's an Asian.
Yeah.
Well, he's half Asian, right? I'm saying like
Yeah.
like his mom or dad's Asian.
I think so. But he would, so I root for all Asian people, all Asian professional.
Oh, so he was going. So you was a Knicks fan for like 2 weeks, huh?
Jeremy, I was rooting for Jeremy.
No,
Lin,
everybody was rooting for Jeremy.
I was
Lin.
rooting for Jeremy.
I was rooting for Jeremy Lin.
You know,
If I had to, I don't know. That's hard. If I had to pick a team, maybe like the Bulls.
that's not a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick
Could-
because like they've been like an
Caruso.
underdog. They're like an underdog team.
Caruso and DeRozan.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had to pick now, I'll pick the Kings.
Nah, the Kings still don't do it for me.
I would pick the Kings.
I couldn't pick the Kings.
Kings still don't do it for me.
I'll pick the as like if I I don't mind the Kings because they got a good team with Fox,
Yeah, the Kings still don't do it for me.
Murray, and
Though.
all of them. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if the Lakers didn't make, I was like, hopefully the Kings win.
It's like I always want the Blazers to do good because I've always liked the Blazers, bruh.
Yeah.
Like they always had like if it wasn't they always had a solid team.
Right.
Of course they weren't winning, but they always had like, bruh, oh my gosh, they had good teams, bruh.
They had good teams.
Oh, I got one more thing. Someone broke the world record for the 2 miles in the men's. I'll tell you right now. Jacob Ingebrigtsen, I don't even know. My bad, bruh. I didn't mean to butcher your name. Just set a world record running the fastest 2 miles in history with a 7:54.10.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Motherfucker fast.
2
bro.
miles in under 8 minutes.
It's
That's
like, bro,
insane.
I could barely get a mile.
I was like, I could do a
in
mile
the 8,
in that time. like struggling.
Shit. Like
That's insane.
yeah, that's solid.
He want to be me so bad because I'm doing that easy.
That is so solid, bro.
No, that's really good,
2
bro.
miles and a 7. What you said? 50?
7:54.10. It's like, bro, like I'm happy when I can get a mile in that range.
For real.
Like I'm like real like we under 8, did it up,
Yeah. Yeah. And he's doing that shit.
and then I'm burnt out. I need like 3 minutes on the ground just.
For real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
That's hard work right there.
We're world records. But then again, humans are getting more athletic.
They are.
They're running faster, jumping higher, breaking a lot more knees.
It's just better. It's just technology. I don't know if it's technology.
That's not technology. It's just evolution, bro.
Evolution.
We are getting more athletic. Lights went out. Oh well, but That's it. That's this episode of Sports Your Mind, with your host John Flowers and PD Taco. And until next episode.
Peace, y'all.